All right, so this is the new way you can finance multifamily properties this year in 2024 to build wealth and to build financial freedom. Now, buyers can buy 2 to 4 unit properties with only 5% down, and this opens up huge opportunities for future investors. So I'm going to dive in how that works. My name is Ben Steff, and I'm a licensed mortgage advisor, and I specialize in multi-unit properties. And you need to, I guess, for clients to be able to invest, you need to know the how, right? Everybody talks about why it's so great, but nobody talks about how you can actually get the financing you need to buy a multifamily property. So key features of this new conventional loan program is that they have a 5% down that's only required for 2 to 4 unit properties when it used to be 15 to 25%. Okay. Conventional loan rules, so standards that follow rules. We'll get into that in a little bit. And then you have to be living in one of the units to qualify for that 5% down. So it has to be a primary. And then the loan limit. So based on the county, based on the state, there are different loan limits that apply. Usually it's about like 1.3, 1.4 million for 4 units, depending on your area. So the loan limits, I have them outlined here. If you buy a 2-unit, it's at $929,900. You'll see the value there, 1.1 for 3, and then for 4, the loan limit. Now, the max purchase price is assuming if you put 5% down, that's the maximum that you can go. So if you're buying a 4-unit, your max purchase price is 1.4 million with 5% down. Now, this is how people start building financial freedom and financial wealth. Keep in mind that what the rich are doing is they're using other people's money to buy appreciating assets and then using other people's money to pay down the debt on that property, right? So that's what the tenants are doing. The tenants are paying your mortgage, you're building that net worth, you're getting the appreciation and the tax benefits. Quite simply, house hacking works like this. You buy a multifamily property, buy a 2 to 4 unit property with 5% down, live in one of the units to meet the loan requirements, rent out the other 3 or other 2 units, depending on how many units you're buying. And then that offsets the mortgage cost. You can use the rental income to cover the mortgage payments and then build equity faster. Now, here's an example. Let's say you're buying a duplex, $530,000. You put $26,500 down. That's 5%. Your loan amount is going to be $503,500. Okay. Your monthly mortgage payment is a little over $5,000. Potential rent, let's say, is $2,250. You're netting $2,758. Your upfront costs, down payments $26,500. Closing costs, I put closing costs as $10,000. Honestly, I think that's pretty conservative. Your closing costs will most likely be higher than $10,000. It's hard because it just depends on the state you live in and the taxes that you're paying. In my market, a 4-unit building is minimum 800, 900K. You're not going to see anything below that unless it's in a less than ideal area. So I have the total upfront here is $36,500. Another big thing to note is conventional 5% down programs for 2 to 4 units require 6 months of reserves. So 6 months of your mortgage payment. So if your mortgage payment is, let's say in this case, $5,008, you need to have in the bank $30,048 in the account after you pay the down payment and closing costs. So they want to make sure that as a landlord, you're going to have some cushion, some money set aside. I honestly think that's to protect you anyway. Like you want to have reserves. There's going to be vacancies sometimes. You want to make sure you can cover any additional costs that come up with the multifamily property. Now, the benefits of house hacking, if you haven't figured it out already, is you can have lower housing costs. You can live for free in some cases. You can build equity faster because tenants are paying down your mortgage, right? And multifamily properties build equity quicker compared to condos, single family homes, and townhouses. That's just the nature because they're so much more attractive. Their values go up usually quicker, okay? Real estate investment, you gain experience as a landlord and you start building a real estate portfolio. By the time you get to your 3rd, 4th, or 5th building, that's when you start to see financial freedom, depending on the market that you're in and a lot of other factors. But usually from what I've seen with my investors, you're going to see that, building number 3 or 4. You got to figure out though, for you, what's the number that I need to make monthly to achieve financial freedom. So you have that investment, you get the experience, and then home ownership, right? easiest path to homeownership is low down payment, low upfront money. So if you put down 5%, I mean, that's very doable for a lot of people. Here are the challenges though. A lot of people talk about the benefits, but let's talk about the cons, right? So tenant proximity, living to your tenants may present challenges in maintaining boundaries. Sometimes they may call you at 12:30 midnight because something broke. Sometimes they're loud. And if you're married or if you have kids, like dealing with that may be annoying. Maintenance responsibilities. So you're responsible for repairs and upkeeps in all of the units, not just your own. A key strategy here that I would highly recommend is if you can find like a janitor or someone that's willing to live in the building for a discount, you could have them take care of the property and maintain all of it for you. If something goes wrong, they're responsible for fixing it at a reduced rental price. So could be an option. Vacancy risks. We talked about having a 6 months reserves. That's important because you have to be prepared to cover the full mortgage, even if the units are unoccupied. Okay. So you're expected to make the payment every month. Trust me, the lender will make sure that you make that payment. Now, market competition. In this market, 2024, it is June of this recording. Okay. There's a lot of demand for multifamily properties. And so you're going to be competing with a lot of other people when you're trying to bid. And so my recommendation to you is if you could find a property that needs work, get a 5% down construction loan program and fix it up and then live in it. Your values now have just gone up after fixing it, and you can have high quality tenants because you have high quality units. So that's what I would recommend. A lot of people want turnkey ready investments. I get it. You want to buy it, just be done. But there is a renovation loan that you can get with a 5% down program. It's crazy. 5% down, they'll fund 100% of the construction. Okay. Next is getting started. So what you have to look at is your credit score. Aim for a credit score of 700 or higher for the best approval chances for conventional loans. The next thing is research like the market that you're in. You want to understand like what's like, where am I going to have good tenants? Where's there good rental demand? Where it's affordable and it makes sense. And then you want to get pre-qualified. So get pre-qualified, contact a lender to determine like how much am I eligible for? And then also if you can, you go get pre-approved. So in case you do find a property, you can make an offer on it right away and stand out, right? And then the last thing is start house hunting. Once you have the pre-approval letter in hand, you want to work with a real estate agent that's experienced with multifamily unit properties. I'm going to make another video about this, and it should be on my channel, about analyzing multifamily properties to make sure it's a good deal. But your agent should know and work with you to make sure that not only is the purchase price fair, but what's the cap rate? Am I going to cash flow? Are the expenses accurate, right? All these factors that you have to include, the area, the demand, the forecast, things like that, your agent should be experienced and they should know how to help you calculate that. So I hope this was of some value. I want it to be brief, but just cover the main things of the main, I guess, changes of this new loan program on how you can put 5% down. How it can help you is, hey, if you want to learn more details on implementing this, you can book a call with me. I'll put the link in the description. And I'm going to have a lot of resources available on multifamily properties, analyzing them, how to qualify for them, and get started on your journey. I hope you found value in this. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.